Long ago and far away, there was a king who ruled in Benares, a city in northern India. One of his ministers, known as the royal price maker, was a very honest man responsible for setting fair prices for anything the king wanted to buy or sell. However, the king often found himself dissatisfied with these fair prices, as they did not yield the profit he desired. Frustrated with not getting the deals he wanted, he decided to replace the royal price maker. One day, the king noticed a young man who seemed promising and thought, "This fellow will be perfect for the position." He dismissed the honest price maker and appointed the young man as the new royal price maker. The new price maker, eager to please the king, decided to set prices extremely low for purchases and exorbitantly high for sales, regardless of the actual value. This approach made the greedy king very happy and brought him a great deal of money. However, it left everyone else, including the king's ministers and the general populace, very unhappy. One day, a horse merchant arrived in Benares with 500 horses to sell, including stallions, mares, and colts. The king invited the merchant to the palace and called upon his royal price maker to set a price for the entire herd. The price maker, intent on pleasing the king, declared, "The entire herd of horses is worth 1 cup of rice." The king ordered the payment of 1 cup of rice to the horse dealer and took all the horses to the royal stables. Naturally, the merchant was upset, but felt powerless at the moment. Later, he heard about the former price maker's reputation for fairness and honesty. Seeking his advice, the merchant approached him and explained the situation. The former price maker advised, "If you do as I say, the king will understand the true value of the horses. Go back to the price maker and offer him a valuable gift. Ask him to determine the value of 1 cup of rice in the presence of the king. If he agrees, inform me, and I will accompany you to the king." Following this advice, the merchant gave the price maker a valuable gift. Pleased with the gift, the price maker agreed to evaluate the worth of 1 cup of rice before the king. The price maker, believing the merchant was satisfied with his earlier valuation, arranged another meeting with the king. In the royal meeting hall, with all the ministers and the full court present, the merchant addressed the king, "My lord, I understand that in your country, my entire herd of 500 horses is worth 1 cup of rice. Before I leave for home, I wish to know the value of 1 cup of rice in your country." The king turned to his royal price maker and asked, "What is the value of 1 cup of rice?" The price maker, now trying to please both the king and the merchant, replied, "Your Majesty, 1 cup of rice is worth the entire city of Benares, including your harem and all its suburbs. In other words, it is worth the whole kingdom of Benares." Hearing this, the royal ministers and wise men burst into laughter, clapping their sides. As they calmed down, they remarked, "Earlier, we believed the kingdom was priceless. Now, we hear that all of Benares, with its palaces and mansions, is worth only a cup of rice. What a strange decision by the royal price maker. Where did your highness find such a man? He is fit only for pleasing a king such as you, not for making fair prices for a merchant." Ashamed by the laughter and the words of his ministers, the king reinstated his former honest price maker. He agreed to a fair price for the horses as set by the honest man. From then on, the king ruled justly, and his kingdom prospered. The moral of the story is, a fool in a high office can bring shame even to a king.